Cambodia had lots of rain during the last monsoon, prompting the Mekong River Commission to declare a near 4-year drought in the lower Mekong Basin over. Authorities in Cambodia have also reported a bumper annual fish harvest. Officials say early reports suggest this year's fish harvest is up by 40% from last year, and that this was helped by a crackdown on illegal fishing and a ban on taking endangered species during spawning season. However, many village fishermen complain their hauls remain small when compared with 5 to 10 years ago, and believe this is due to the relentless construction of upstream dams and illegal fishing. Hook Udom, a raw fish seller, works near the banks of the Mekong River, just outside of Phnom Penh, and says ethnic Vietnamese and Muslim Chams who traditionally rely on fishing for their living are still having a hard time.
It is different before. Don't have much fish right now, and most of the Vietnam and Cham people don't have much like before now, and the fish is less than before.
Fisherman Tang Makara, speaking from his boat on the shoreline of the Mekong River east of Phnom Penh, once made a reasonable living when fishing with his wife, but now she makes better money working as a cook.
During these last few years after the dams were built, I could barely catch a fish, and it is hard to make a livelihood.
He estimated his fish catch is down by half.
The waterways are not working as usual. It's hard for fish to migrate.
Nguyen Van Prap and his brother Dan are ethnic Vietnamese and used to fish the Mekong near Phnom Penh with their father. But he says there are many fewer fishing boats now because fish stocks are low.
He was a fisherman a long time ago, but he's not anymore. The month with the most fish is December. After that, there are not many fish left to catch anymore.
Dam construction is part of a rapid modernisation drive in China and mainland Southeast Asia. Many in Laos, which intends to raise living standards by becoming the battery of Southeast Asia, selling hydroelectricity across the region through Thailand to provide reliable energy for industry, flood control, irrigation and clean drinking water. The Washington-based Stimson Centre, which tracks the Mekong, says water levels have returned to the low level normal for this time of year as the dry season nears its peak. The centre says the drought might be over in the lower Mekong, but northern Thailand, Laos and southwest China are still dry, and the river system needs a few more years of regular rainfall to recover. It adds 118 dams have been built along a river ecosystem complicated by climate change, and the main concern is 11 dams that block the mainstream of the river and another 3 mainstream dams that are planned near the massive Zabri Dam in northern Laos. Laos and China have said fish ladders constructed within the dams have mitigated any impact on fish migration and numbers and ensured a steady flow of water during drought. Filmmaker Tom Forthrop in Chiang Mai, Thailand, who released A River Screams for Mercy, a documentary on the plight of the Mekong, says warnings have not been heeded.
There was a scientific report that warned everybody what the impacts would be. And now when we look at the Mekong today, the dams like the Sabri Dam, farmers and fishermen and communities are complaining most of the fish catch has been destroyed.
Those reports include forecasts from Vietnam Centre for Earthquake and Tsunami Warnings and Chulalongkorn University in Bangkok, that the weight of dams in northern Laos might increase the probability of earthquakes in a region already prone to seismic activity.
Not sufficient attention has been given to the earthquake threat around northern Laos. All these new dams are being built in a very earthquake active zone.
Forthrop says calls for a moratorium on dam construction should be heard when leaders from the lower Mekong countries, Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam and Laos, hold a summit to deliberate on the fate of the river in April. Luke Hunt for VOA News, Phnom Penh, Cambodia.